Hey guys, Grant here today. Today I'm going to show you guys how in an hour 15 minutes I gained 72 ELO from 1915 to 1988 or something, 1987. Uh, and basically my losses were to hacks and damage rolls. So honestly, I don't know, but there was like maybe optimal better plays I could have done. But yeah, basically I won almost every game I played in my ladder session today, and I just wanted to quickly go over like matchups, what I think during my ladder matches, and yeah. To keep this video short, I am gonna have it on 2 times speed. I'm gonna be skipping through turns quite often, but I'll briefly describe them so you guys understand what happened. So in this matchup on Team Preview, my safest lead into this matchup is Floyd plus Basque Legion because this pressures almost everything. Um, Basque Legion just covers for like Sneasler lead. If I know they're not leading Sneasler, Flood Whimsicott also works. But yeah, so because they have Lycanroc, I just don't want to bring Charizard in this matchup. So yeah, so Floette, Basque with Whimsicott Garchomp in the back is usually what I go for here. And basically, against this kind of lead, you can always just click that. Since we're timid on Floette, you can always just go Mega Dazzling Gleam, do 50 something, like 50% plus to Frostlass, and then Aqua Jet to Lycanroc. And since the Lycanroc is adamant on these teams, the combination of Aqua Jet and Timid Dazzling Gleam should always go first here, and just nuke the Lycanroc before it can do anything. He does opt to go to swap to Sneasler here, which is fine, because this also just dies here. And yeah, once again, since we're timid, we should go forward to Frostlass as well. And yeah, that's just yeah, it does so much damage. Now right here, I'm assuming he thought he had a double KO here with Shadow Ball into Basque Legion plus Wave Crash into Flood. But I made a play that covers for Frostlass protecting because I thought he was going to either protect Frostlass or he was going to swap. So I Moonblasted the Frostlass because this is always Moonblast KO range even through Aurora Veil because Moonblast just does so much more damage than Dazzling Gleam. So yeah, so I Moonblasted the Frostlass here and I swapped to Whimsicott here. And what this basically does is since he has Aurora Veil up, I need one of my Mons to die because that way my Basque Legion pressures their Basque Legion for last respects. So yeah, I just need to like yeah. Right now I'm just worrying. I can't do anything to the Basque Legion, so I'm just gonna worry about the Flood slot. So if he protects, I have Whimsicott to encore it. If he doesn't, then Moonblast just KOs. And yeah, I think he went for Shadow Ball. He read the situation wrong. Went for like Shadow Ball plus Wave Crash, which works out for me. Because now I can go Basque Legion here. So since I know that his last mon in the back is Lycanroc, I can just encore the Basque Legion to Wave Crash, and my my Garchomp should be able to do good damage into the Lycanroc. And basically, I settle for a game where my Basque Legion just beats his Basque Legion because he is encored into using Wave Crash over and over. So yeah, I just go for encore EQ here. EQ should just like put Lycanroc into a kill range of like you don't Dragon Claw here because since they have Veil up, you want to EQ, so that's why they're in kill range of like my weak ass Moonblast from Whimsicott, my any future move from Garchomp, or Aqua Jet from my Basque Legion. So yeah, we force him to Wave Crash again, and now we can just go Basque Legion here, and yeah, we have a clear line here, which is just Aqua Jet into Lycanroc. If Lycanroc protects, then our Moonblast here should kill his Basque Legion. If Lycanroc Accelerox, then he just dies to his own Wave Crash recoil. So yeah, he went for the Accelerock line once again. I told you guys what happens. His Lycanroc will die, and now we can just now he just dies to his own recoil from Wave Crash. Bada bing. And yeah, there you go. So that's game 1 down. So game 2 here against these Staraptor Whimsicott teams, I just like leading Charizard and going for Tailwind Heatwave, and that way our Kingambit can usually clean up the end games because their team, like these teams, are usually really weak to Kingambit after you just remove Staraptor. So yeah, he leads his own Charizard here, and he actually gimmick checks me here. He has max special attack Ancient Power on his Charizard here. Which just one-shots my thing. But this isn't it. Obviously, this is bad, but it's not necessarily the worst. Like, it's still winnable. Because the thing here is now I can go Garchomp. And since I know that he's max special attack, Rock Slide should always just KO him. So yeah, so we go for... he goes for a Moonblast here, just like chip damages my Garchomp, that's fair enough. And then as long as Rock Slide connects, which it does, onto Charizard, I don't care about it. If it connects on Whimsicott, I really cannot give a fuck. Then, yeah, so... Now both our Charizards are down, and he goes Basque Legion here. So safest play here is since he's in Sun, Kingambit just walls it, right? And yeah, he encored me, so now I can't. So because that I can't encore him back because you can't encore someone who encores because then it just fails. So how you want to play this here is quite simple. you can just double the Basque Legion here, which he actually does a good play here, and he wins a speed tie actually. We're both max speed timid. That's whatever though. So I make the obvious swap here to get momentum up. I need to get Garchomp back in. He does opt to get Tailwind back up and Draco Meteor me, but that's completely fine because now because since I have Special Bulk into King Gambit, this -2 Draco should not finish off my King Gambit, and now I should be able to I should just be able to win here, because I can Encore the Archaludon to Draco, and King Gambit just handles his Basque Legion here. Yeah, he does miss, but it doesn't matter because it wouldn't have killed. I'll show I'll show you guys. He does miss on my King Gambit here when I count out the Basque Legion, but it didn't matter because look at that damage. See. And then yeah, so that's another win. Next is this game right here against like Sand, Raichu stuff. So obviously I don't want to bring Charizard into like Raichu Y, Sand stuff. And he does a Venusaur, which honestly, I'll just hold the flow at Venusaur matchup, to be honest. I think I prefer that instead of like whatever the fuck is going on over here with Raichu and T-Tar. So the lead that I thought of here was just Flood King Gambit just to pressure the Farigiraf. And then Garchomp is just so fucking good into these Raichu teams. I think just having Garchomp in the back to clean up these games is like really important. And then I have Basque Legion here just because it brings more value than Whimsicott into a Trick Room team and Charizard into like into T-Tar plus Raichu. So yeah, here I just protect and swap the Garchomp here. This is my safest play because if he sets up Trick Room, then my Garchomp just like gets so much pressure, and I can just go for D-Claw plus Dazzling Gleam into Raichu, and there's not much he can do. And then if I protecting here means that as long as he doesn't Focus Blast my Garchomp, I can still once again just go for D-Claw Dazzling Gleam next turn, and as long as Zap Cannon doesn't fully para me, I still should have an auto win. So yeah, he does Zap Cannon my he protects Farigiraf there in front of Kowtow Cleave, which makes sense. Yeah, so nothing happened on the first turn, but the second turn here, yeah, I just go for D-Claw with Dazzling Gleam, and once like I said before, if Zap Cannon doesn't fully pair me, I always win here. So yeah, I get the -1 Dragon Claw, and Raichu still does 50, and boom, yeah. So because of that, I don't auto win here, and I actually have to play the game. So right here, I have to stall a bit. So first thing I do is I just EQ here to like EQ's better here because it covers for a King Gambit swap. He goes for Farigiraf though. Yeah, EQ's better than D-Claw there. Yep, Farigiraf just takes whatever, and then Waterfall goes in there. He tries to finish me off, that's whatever. So I go to King Gambit here just because he has Farigiraf out. I need to pressure it, so yeah. And then Rock Slide just gives me like flinch hacks stuff. Gives me chip damage on the Gyarados. Like yeah, it's just like the best like plus EV like expected value play to go for here. Fun fact: I didn't flinch a single fucking Rock Slide in this game, and I still fucking annihilated him. So yeah, and then yeah. So now I have to make a read because I'm kind of down in damage. I'm just like, okay, he's not gonna let me kowtow the Farigiraf for free, right? So I'm just gonna double the Gyarados here, and then I'm gonna set up for a checkmate where I can kowtow the Farigiraf on the next turn. So yeah, he does protect the Farigiraf, call that right. So yeah, Rock Slide connects into Gyarados. I don't get the flinch again, which is whatever, I guess. And then yeah, kowtow into Gyarados here. Puts it into the red. Gyarados living is actually a good thing for me because now I can just double KO both his mons here. I did go for Rock Slide onto Gyarados. I did go for Rock Slide here instead of Dragon Claw, which might have been unoptimal because I could have missed. But Rock Slide gives like chip damage. I guess it's very minuscule chip damage on whatever comes in. So yeah, I think Dragon Claw into Gyarados was a more optimal play here. This was the one. So this is the first misplay I made. 23 minutes into this, 23 and a half minutes into the session. I probably should just Dragon Claw the Gyarados here. So yeah, I go for a Rock Slide kowtow. But yeah, I should. Looking back on it, Dragon Claw into Gyarados was better here. Even though I did get more reward for clicking Rock Slide here because it double connected and I got the small chip damage on King Gambit. Okay. And then yeah, he has Raichu out. We just want to kill the Raichu, so even if he like I don't give a fuck that you have Fake Out, I'm just gonna kill it. I'm just gonna double target it. And then he does kowtow me, so this pretty much, since I'm faster, I'm actually 0 speed investment. So I'm assuming he's just Brave Nature because that's what the Gambits like to do when they play with Farigiraf, is they gotta be Brave Nature to underspeed the other Gambits. And he doesn't have low kick, I'm assuming as well. So basically, I can just I have Chople Berry, so I can live one. I just can't let Trick Room come up, and since he kowtowed me that turn prior, I just assume he doesn't have low kick, which I'm right. He goes for like Iron Head into me. And basically, I just killed I killed a Friggraph and I win. Basically, that's game over. Yeah. Next is the Big Six Mirror. I lost this game because I missed I missed half my rock slides. Yeah, so I'll show you guys how I lost this game. So basically, this is the safest lead, Basculegion Garchomp. This auto loses to Wim Floette, but every other lead, I think I'm like fine. And I was actually surprised. He actually has a slightly favorable lead with me into me here with Wim Bask. But the reason why Wim Bask is bad into the mirror match is because if your opponent can just lead Wim Charizard, which is a very like viable lead in the matchup, and yeah, and Wim Bask just loses. So the fact that you went for this like kind of like astonished me, but it's like whatever. So I have 20 speed into Basculegion here, so I should be faster than like all the standard Basculegions. So I just go for Last Respects plus Rockslide, and I get jump scared by the fact that his Bask is more than 20 speed. Now, if Rockslide flinched Basculegion here, I just auto won. If Rockslide got the chip damage onto Basculegion, I actually had a winning line later in the game. But unfortunately, alas, Rockslide misses Basculegion, so yeah. So now I'm in a tough spot. And I'll show you guys why Rockslide missing matters later on. So, yep, we go this now. We encore him into the weak Last Respects, and we swap to Charizard here. Basically, this gives us the most pressure because now we can, now we can just because Charizard is just good into both these Pokemon. Yeah, he goes for the late Tailwind. He can't punish me for encoring here because you can't encore, because it will fail. So now I go for Protect here. I want to stall another. I need Wim to like be another life for more turns. I just want to stall the Tailwind here, and this way I get 2 turns of staggered Tailwind onto him, which can give me like a good comeback in the late game here. So yeah, I go for so I go for Protect Heat Wave here. He does opt to double my Wim slot here, expect me to Tailwind or for a swap. So this just worked out for me perfectly. And now he goes Garchomp. So if Rock Slide connected onto Basculegion here, I can just click Heat Wave. I live 1 Rock Slide because he's not Life Orb. We already saw the Basculegion's Life Orb. And my Garchomp Dragon Claw should always KO the Garchomp, and I should always have a win here. The problem is, because his Basculegion didn't get hit by Rock Slide on the first turn, I don't have a free Heat Wave here. Meaning I have to Solar Beam the Basculegion slot while getting my Tailwind up. And I just have to take this Rock Slide. And he does swap to Charizard here, but Solar Beam does enough damage to put him into Rock Slide KO range. And here we have my second misplay of the whole ladder session. My second misplay here was that that he should always Dragon Claw my Garchomp here. So what I should have always done here was I should have just Weather Balled the Garchomp, so this way he gets put into Dragon Claw range on the next turn. But my dumbass was just praying he trolled and would have Rock Slided, so I protected, and this just proved to be a bad play for me. So yeah, so this was a misplay on my part. I should have just. By the way, he's max speed because I'm also max speed. Yeah, so lost the speed tie, lol. And then my Rock Slide misses Garchomp, meaning he's not in Dragon Claw kill range probably. I have to like max roll this shit. Or something, but I think he was actually slightly bulky, so max roll wouldn't even killed here actually. So yeah, I just go for double protect in Dragon Claw, and oh my god, if I just Weather Balled here, I also just would have won. His Tailwind's gone now. It was goddamn it. Yeah, so I missed Rock Slide, and it fucking mattered. I missed 2 Rock Slides, and they both mattered because of that the Garchomp I had to because of that the Garchomp it wasn't kill range. Oh my fuck, dude. So there's my 1 loss of the session. Yeah, that just fucking sucks, I guess. Okay, so here up against Hard Trick Room, my usual line into this is, so I have to lead Whimsicott here actually because I don't want to auto lose to Vivillon Blastoise lead, and then Gambit plus Chomp in the back is like good, because Chomp is just like Chomp in the end game against Hard Trick Room teams is just like so strong. So he does offer this weird lead of Vivillon. Farigiraf, but I have a way to play around it. So I can just protect my Charizard here and then get the free Moonblast onto Farigiraf. Obviously, you can't put my Whimsicott to sleep. And if he gets Trick Room up, then I can just kind of like go for a double K on the next turn. So yeah, Moonblast chip should put Farigiraf into kill range. It does 34, so this is definitely kill range for Heat Wave here. And yeah, so I just go for a Mega Heat Wave, and he Psychics my Whimsicott, breaking my Sash. And yeah, he's dead. Goes to Mawile Torkoal, and now I just stall Trick Room turns here, so I just go for Protect. And then on my next turn, so he went for Rock Slide here, by the way, so I can just Encore Mawile to, yeah, basically you always Encore Mawile here, so this way he can't switch moves in the later game, but him being stuck to Rock Slide makes it, is like a lot better than him being like stuck to Play Rough or something, because now I can just, because now my Garchomp is just invincible after the Trick Room turns are gone. And keep in mind, there's only 2 turns of Trick Room left, so I always have a guaranteed way to have full HP Garchomp in the end game here, which is just sacking Kingambit and then just bring Garchomp in on the last turn Trick Room and going for Protect. So yeah, go for this. He double KOs my guys here, and then now there's 1 turn of Trick Room left, and I have he's stuck into Rock Slide, and I can always just go for Earthquake plus Weather Ball into Mawile, and I should just always in that. And yeah, he just sees that and concedes it early. Yeah, so like I said, into this matchup, what I like to do is Tailwind, Heat Wave, covers for everything. Technically, you can go for Moonblast into their Whimsicott and try to kill them on turn 1, but the problem with that is that play just loses if they have dual Wing Beat on Staraptor and opt to target your Whimsicott. And they go for Tailwind, dual Wing Beat. So because of that Tailwind, I do just go for Tailwind. I do just go for Tailwind Heat Wave, but I think that if they Brave Bird variants, then you should go for Heat Wave Moonblast onto Whimsicott usually. So yeah, yeah, Kingambit in the end game, like I said, is just really good into these teams when you kill the Staraptor or get into Sucker Punch range. If you get them to Sucker Punch range, you still need a partner Pokemon to pressure it, so that way they can't just roost for free. And then, yeah, since they have Instant, I want to cover for Instant, so I have Basculegion over Garchomp, because at least that way I don't get faked out. And Wave Crash, Life Orb Wave Crash is more than, it's just more, yeah, better than Earthquake. Yeah, so, and yeah, so you should always win if you double connect Heat Wave here. And I don't double connect Heat Wave. I missed the Whimsicott, so now Whimsicott's like gonna be really annoying. He can Encore Pressure me, stuff like that. And yeah, it's just bad. Yeah, so after his recall, like, okay, say I double connected Heat Wave here, I just have a double KO. I could just Encore this fucking guy, and yeah, and then my Tailwind Mon can just kill this. I go for Wave Crash instead of Last Respects because I want to cover for an instant swap, or even like for Graph. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, so I was contemplating Last Respects, but I decided, you know, I think it's just safer to cover for swaps, even though I will take a bit of recoil from Wave Crashes, whatever. Yeah, so he calls out my play. He actually, yeah, so he lets me Encore him, and yeah, he protects the Staraptor, but that's fine, because now what I can do is I can just swap to Kingambit here and go for the yeah, go for Staraptor here, as he's stuck Charming into a Dark type, and Whimsicott. So yep. And then, yeah, Instant Defiant comes in, and I don't have low kick on this, so it's actually really hard to kill this Instant. So I decide, you know, I just have to hard target this Instant and just like keep him blasting it. And I do swap to Basculegion here on the Flare Blitz. He crits me, which kind of sucks. And I'm like, okay, I can still just like Last Respects the Basculegion here, and I can still win even if he protects the Basculegion. So yeah, and I just need to, yeah, so to play around Choice Scarf Basculegion, I do go for a Tailwind here. But it is Protect. So yeah, I go for Tailwind Last Respects here. He kills me, and I can still 2v4 this, because the thing is, because the thing is, Kingambit's like really good into Steam as long as I can remove, since the Staraptor's low, and I just need to remove the Incineroar now. I am covering for a Whimsicott swap here on the instant slot, so I Iron Head that slot. But looking back at it, I probably should just kowtowed and got the kill, because Iron Head does not kill here. See, yeah, so that's a bit of a blunder on my part. Maybe I should just kowtow that slot instead of Iron Heading. So that one's on me. Kingambit actually taking the chip damage here does kind of matter. So if Basque is Life Orb here, max, like he has half of his Aqua Jet rolls kill me. If it's Mystic Water, then I should be, I should be good. I think it's like maybe a max roll Mystic Water Aqua Jet should kill me. But yeah, so yeah, Moonblast here. He does go for Tailwind. Sorry, no, he does go for Encore here. He goes for Encore Protect, but I was trying to play around Tailwind Aqua Jet, which makes him faster than my guy and plays around. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, you're either Life Orb, or yeah, you're either Life Orb or Mystic Water. If you're Mystic Water, I'm favored to live this, so I'm going to count out your Vasculition here. And yeah, I'm just going to bless your Whimsicott again. And yeah, do I live the Aqua Jet? Okay, spoiler alert, I did. See. So yeah, because of that, he was Mystic Water, so since he was Mystic Water, I was favored to live that. That's why I lived on 5 HP there. And yeah, the count out just kills him here. And now there's just, yeah, it's just Staraptor left, so I could just go for Sucker Punch with Moonblast and kill him. He does opt to Roost here, so he dies to Moonblast instead of Sucker Punch. It's whatever. Crit doesn't matter there, obviously. And yeah, yeah. And after this game, I was like, okay, I don't want to lose to Incin anymore. Let me, sorry, I didn't even lose to Incin, but like, I don't want to be weak to Incin, so let me put Low Kick on this guy. Yeah, and so into this matchup, Fire Fairy coverage actually looks really good, so I do opt to lead Whim Charizard again, but this time I have Floette in the back. Because yeah, Fairy coverage just looks insane to his team, and then yeah, Basculegion. Because I don't have Chople anymore on the I swapped to Black Glasses on the Kingambit just now, so because of that I don't actually want to bring Kingambit in on against Staraptor. So yeah, that was my thought process there. I just go for Tailwind and no Mega Heatwave. This way everything's like in Gleam range, right? And yeah, and since he led Garchomp, it's just like I'm not gonna get too much value out of Mega Zard Y, so I'm just gonna do just regular Heatwave here, and I'll try to clean up the game with Mega Flood. And yeah, so that's what we go for here. He does swap to yeah, and yeah, I just encore the Mawile into I encore the Mawile into Sucker Punch. Yep, does nothing. And now Dazzling Gleam does 29% to Mawile, right? Keep that in mind. So because I did 29%, I just moved Dazzling Gleam again, which just mercs the fucking Sinistra and does good bit to Incin, 38. So in my head, I'm like, okay, if Dazzling Gleam did 29 to Mawile last time, surely it can kill Mawile this time, right? So in that case, first I gotta double protect in front of the fucking fake out pressure, right? And now in this case, I can go from Moonblast onto Incin and Dazzling Gleam, and I should always win. And the fucking Mawile lives on 1. So there was one. So to play around the damage rolls, what I could have done here was, technically speaking, I could have just double Moonblasted the Incin, and then I would have won. Because he can only kill one of either Whimsicott or Floette, meaning the other one just beats Garchomp in the end game here. But because he double killed my guys, because he fucking lived on 1 from Dazzling Gleam, he just has Sucker Punch plus Dragon Claw onto me, and I always lose here. So yeah, I just protect here, scout the move. But yeah, the game is lost. And he actually trolls here. He actually protected the Mawile, so had I last respected the Garchomp, I actually won here. So I'm actually surprised that he fucking let me have this. Because since I I might have been able to live double Dragon Claw plus Life Orb from yeah, so I just went for that line. And now we're up against another Heart Trick Room team. And into this team, they have, so the safest play here is swapping Charizard to Basculegion and protecting Kingambit. And this plays around literally everything they do except U-turn into Charizard plus Trick Room. And why would they ever U-turn into Charizard plus Trick Room here when I have a fucking, he's staring down like Heat Wave or Weather Ball plus Caltech Leaf, right? So this is the play I always make here against our Trick Room, is swapping to Basculegion and protecting here. And this way I can just go for Cowtown to Furig and Wave Crash into Staraptor in the next turn, and I win. And he actually does opt to U-turn here, but into the Kingambit slot, which is so fucking strange. Because like, like I could have just killed your Furgraph, bro. So yeah, anyways, Wave Crash and Staraptor, Kowtow the Furgraph. The Heart Trick Room has a very low amount of layers, so you can make some very like the plays you can do against Heart Trick Room is like really is very what's the word planned. There's very clear lines into Heart Trick Room teams. Yeah, so he has to go Torkoal here. If he doesn't, he loses. He loses. But yeah, now I do the stall thing where I just protect both Mons. I sack two Mons. I I double protect again, and then the combination of Charizard plus Garchomp should just win the end game. So yeah, it goes for like Eruption here, whatever. Psychic, yep. And so I Wave Crash, the Torkoal here, and I swap the Garchomp. And then had he Psychic the Garchomp slot here, Wave Crash just would have, done so much damage to Torkoal and I would have won. But he does Psychic the Basculegion slot here, so yeah. Now I can go Charizard here. And the thing, okay, so the thing here is he can actually have something. So there's one way he can win. If he has Kangaskhan in the back, he can swap to Kangaskhan and have Trick Room pressure, fake out Trick Room pressure onto Guess and win like that. So in order to stop that from happening, I do opt to actually Weather Ball the Furgraph here. Sorry, I clicked the wrong guy. There we go. I do opt to hit the Furgraph here, so this way, if I get chip damage on the Furgraph this turn, then on the next turn, I can just click Weather Ball plus Earthquake into Furgraph, and I should always be able to stop a second Trick Room from coming up. He doesn't do the hard punish play of swapping to Kangaskhan. I don't even think he had Kangaskhan in the back, so it worked. Whatever, it worked out. And then even if he Asian powered my Zard here, I just have like I just have Kowtow plus like D-Cloud, stuff like that. But actually, there's a 50-50 because then he can protect and have Torkoal swing. So yeah, it's whatever though. Last turn Trick Room's gone, and yeah, we just win from here. And yes, we want Basculegion in the back, so he didn't bring a Mega. That's whatever. So we just hard target the Torkoal here because we have Kingambit in the back, which just beats his Basculegion. Yep. And yeah, there we go. And then, for some reason, I fight another fucking hard Trick Room team. So okay, so I do the exact same play here. My opponent here does the more reasonable play here on turn one, which is final gambiting my Kingambit, which is like, yeah, fair because if my like you can't let me just Kowtow cleave your fucking Furgraph unlike the last guy, right? So yeah, and Weather Ball doesn't kill Furgraphs as long as they run bulk. But yeah, yeah, and I just once again Wave Crash, Kowtow cleave. And he kind of just gives this double kill to me for some reason. Like, you do want to... So what my opponent did last game, turn 2, protecting Furgraph was proper because you want to stop me from spamming priority moves to win the game. But he just gave it to me. My opponent this game kind of just gave it to me. So now what I can do is, once again, protect both Mons, right? Stall the Trick Room, right? Yeah, we'll just skip that turn because you know what happens. And then I just double priority the Torkoal here, making it so that because the thing is, like, the worst case scenario is Mawile like kills one of my Mons, right? But Torkoal can like do serious damage to both. So if I double priority the Torkoal here, it's in kill range of like anything, and then I can handle the Mawile with my Zardwine in the back. While like Garchomp just spans Earthquake, right? So yeah, I double priority that guy. Eruption does no damage, and then he does opt to play rough my Basculegion here, killing that. And then once again, there's one more turn of Trick Room. Like I said, this you double protect, you swing, you take the hits, and then you double protect again. You know, like I said, this is just like the plan you do against hard Trick Room, right? Is you just stall one Trick Room by double protecting on 2 of the turns. Yeah, I do get jump scared by Ancient Power here, but works out. He has Brick as well, which is like whatever. And yeah, now I just have yeah. And now I just have Weather Ball into Mawile plus Kowtow Cleave onto Torkoal, and I win. So yeah, I started the session at 1915 elo, so I got 72 elo. I don't know how many games I won. But I only lost 2 in that span, and albeit like I lost pretty badly to hacks. So to be honest, I'm not really worried. Like that's just gonna happen best of one. So yeah, we got 72 elo despite getting yeah. I think the one takeaway really. So there were two times where I made misplays. Sorry, three times. So the first misplay was when I didn't weatherball the Garchomp there. I should have just knew he was going to Dragon Claw my Garchomp, and I should have just yeah, I should just weatherballed him so that way he'd be in Dragon Claw range. The second misplay was I should have Dragon Clawed the Gyarados instead of Rock Sliding because I risked a 10% miss on the Gyarados there. It worked out because I still hit the Gyarados. And then the third misplay there was me Iron Heading the Incin that one turn. That one game to barely not kill it. I should have just Kowtow Cleaved and got the kill because him getting that Flare Blitz chip onto me actually made the game still winnable for him. So yeah, um, yeah, that's basically it. Like, so I made three misplays throughout this whole session. Won most of, I still won most of my games, and I still, even though I made three misplays, I only lost two of the games, and two of the misplays, two of the misplays, I still won those games. And one of the games, I just got unlucky, so it's like whatever. Sorry, both those games I got unlucky, but the Big Six mirror match where I got unlucky, I could have played around it had I just weatherballed the Garchomp. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's the analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Garn signing out. Peace.